Welcome to the TOEFL Podcast, Episode 15. Welcome to the TOEFL Podcast, Episode number 15. I am your host, Dr. Jeff McQuillan, coming to you from the Center for Educational Development in beautiful Los Angeles, California. Today's podcast is going to be a conversation between two students. As usual, first we'll hear the dialogue read at a slow speed, then explanations, then the dialogue again at a normal speed, and finally a comprehension question. Let's get started. Hey Paula, how's it going?
I'm doing all right. Not too shabby. Where are you headed to?
I need to go to the Student Health Center. I've felt lousy for the past week, and I figured it was time to see a doctor. Besides, I haven't had a checkup in ages. Good thing I have that mandatory health insurance.
Do you know the way from here?
To be honest, I'm a bit lost. I was told that the center was located across from the student union and next to the administration offices, but I can't seem to find it.
Do you have a class schedule with you?
Sure, I think I stuck one in my backpack this morning.
There's a map on the back page. Let's take a look. Let's see. We're here, and the health center is here. Just walk past that brown building over there, and you should run right into it.
Thanks. Oh no, I forgot my student ID.
I've got an extra few minutes. Perhaps I can walk you back to your dorm to get it.
Gee, thanks. I appreciate it. On this TOEFL podcast, we heard a conversation between two students, Simon and Paula. The conversation begins by Simon saying, "Hey Paula, how's it going?" Meaning, how are you? How are things with you? And Paula says, "Oh, I'm doing all right. Not too shabby." The expression "not too shabby," shabby, is an informal expression in U.S. English that means not too bad, means it's going okay. Paula asks Simon where he is headed to. To be headed somewhere, H-E-A-D-E-D. To be headed means to be going in the direction of. Simon says that he has to go to the Student Health Center. On American universities, almost every university has a place where they have doctors and nurses to help people, students who are sick, and these are called student health centers. There might actually be a hospital at the university, but usually the student health center is smaller, something we would call a clinic, C-L-I-N-I-C. It's a smaller building, a smaller place where you have doctors and nurses who work there. Simon says that he is feeling lousy. He has felt lousy for the past week. Lousy, L-O-U-S-Y, here means badly. I feel lousy. Lousy means I don't feel well. I feel sick. I went out last night. I had too much wine. Now I feel lousy. Simon says that he figured it was time to see a doctor. The expression I figured means I decided. I came to a decision. I thought about it. I figure I should go to the store now to buy some food because I am hungry. Means I've made that decision. It has been something that I have thought about. Well, he figures it's time to go to the doctor, and he says he hasn't had a checkup in ages. A checkup, CHECKUP, all one word, although you can spell it with a hyphen between check and up. A checkup is when you go to the doctor not because you are sick, but because you want to make sure there is nothing wrong with you. A checkup is where they take your temperature and they take your blood pressure, and which is how the blood moves through your body. They will probably have a doctor look at you and examine you and make sure there is nothing wrong with you. That is a checkup. The expression in ages, Simon says, I haven't had a checkup in ages, AGES, means a very, very long time. He says, good thing I have that mandatory health insurance. That's an expression that you hear sometimes. Good thing means it is fortunate. It is a good thing. But sometimes in conversation, we won't say it is a good thing. We'll just say, good thing that, or good thing I have this health insurance. Health insurance, of course, is required at almost all American universities if you are a full-time student. So you are an international student studying there. You have to buy student health insurance, and this pays for you in case you need to go to the doctor. And going to the doctor is very expensive in the United States. So most colleges and universities in the U.S. require that you buy or pay for health insurance. You can't study at the university unless you buy the health insurance. And mandatory is just another word for required. MANDATORY. Going back to Simon and Paula, Paula says, do you know the way from here? Do you know the way to the student health center? The expression, do you know the way, W-A-Y, means do you know how to get there? Can you find it? And Simon says, to be honest, I'm a bit lost. To be honest, Honest, or we can also say to tell the truth, comma, is usually an expression we use when we are about to say something that is embarrassing to you or that is negative about someone or something. Simon says he's a bit lost. B-I-T, a bit means a small amount. And that here would mean that he knows where he is, but not completely. He says that he was told that the health center is across from the student union, meaning it's in front of the student union. The student union, U-N-I-O-N, on an American college campus, when you go to the college or university, there's usually a place, a building, where they have food, and where organizations at the university have small offices, and there's often other things in the student union. It's sort of a place where students can meet and talk and socialize, be friendly with each other. Simon says he can't seem to find the health center, which means he cannot find it. We use that expression sometimes. I can't seem to find my pen. Means I can't find my pen. Really, there isn't any difference in the meaning when you say I can't seem to find it. It might we might use that when we are looking or still looking for something. Well, Paula asked Simon if he has a class schedule, which is a little booklet or book that shows all of the classes that are at the university. Simon says, I think I stuck one in my backpack this morning. To stick, S-T-I-C-K, something into something else. So I stuck a book into my bag. Means to put it in there. A backpack, of course, B-A-C-K-P-A-C-K, all one word, is the name of the bag that you will see many American students have on their shoulder that carries their books and other materials. Paula says there's a map on the back of the class schedule, and she shows Simon where the health center is. She tells him that he should just walk past the brown building, which means don't stop at the brown building, continue going, keep going. And Paula says you should run right into it. Run, R-U-I, right, R-I-G-H-T, into it. When someone is giving you directions and says you'll run right into it, they mean it will be very clear that if you keep going in that direction, you will find that building or that place. In fact, it will be right in front of you. You can't go any other direction. It will be right in front of you. Unfortunately, Simon forgot his student ID, and his ID is his identification card. And Paula offers to walk back with him to his dorm. His dorm, D-O-R-M, is where he lives. Dorm is the same as dormitory. It's a place on a university campus where people live. It's like an apartment building. Now let's listen to the dialogue again, this time at a native rate of speech. Hey, Paula, how's it going?
I'm doing all right. Not too shabby. Where are you headed to?
I need to go to the Student Health Center. I've felt lousy for the past week, and I figured it was time to see a doctor. Besides, I haven't had a checkup in ages. Good thing I have that mandatory health insurance.
Do you know the way from here?
To be honest, I'm a bit lost. I was told that the center was located across from the student union and next to the administration offices, but I can't seem to find it.
Do you have a class schedule with you?
Sure, I think I stuck one in my backpack this morning.
There's a map on the back page. Let's take a look. Let's see. We're here, and the health center is here. Just walk past that brown building over there, and you should run right into it.
Thanks. Oh no, I forgot my student ID.
I've got an extra few minutes. Perhaps I can walk you back to your dorm to get it.
Gee, thanks. I appreciate it. Now for a comprehension question. Where is the Student Health Center located? A. Past the Student Union. B. Near the man's dorm. C. Next to the administration offices. Or D. Before the brown building. The correct answer is C. Next to the administration offices. Simon says in the middle of the dialogue that it is located across from the student union, not past the student union, so A is incorrect, and next to the administration offices, which is the numbers or letter C. It's not near the man's dorm because the man has to walk back to his dorm to get his ID. And it is not before the brown building because Paula tells him that he has to walk past the brown building. So it would be on the other side of the brown building, not before it. That's all for today's TOEFL podcast. Remember to listen to our other podcast, our daily ESL podcast at ESLPod.com, and English Through Stories at EnglishThroughStories.com. From Los Angeles, I'm Jeff McQuillan. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time on the TOEFL podcast. TOEFL Podcast is a production of the Center for Educational Development in Los Angeles, California. Copyright 2005. TOEFL is a registered trademark of the Educational Testing Service, which does not endorse and was not involved in the production of this podcast.